Toyota won't be allowing anyone in Australia to buy a hydrogen vehicle until 2030 at the earliest, and there's a pretty compelling reason for that. A new hydrogen refueling station just opened, built by the CSIRO. So you would think Toyota would be saying, well, great, you can now buy the Mirai, but they're not. And logically, Toyota are actually doing what makes sense, sort of. Hello my friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans, you're watching the Electric Viking. Personally, I think hydrogen, when it comes to passenger cars, is a joke, and I can't understand why anyone would think it's logically sensible. But that said, a lot of people smoke cigarettes, a lot of people take crazy drugs, a lot of people do things that are just, I don't know, they're insane. They jump off bridges. By the way, I do feel very sorry if you know anyone that has done that, and I suggest you don't jump off a bridge unless it's into water, and that water is close enough that it doesn't feel like concrete. Anyhow, Toyota has said it will not sell hydrogen-powered passenger cars in Australia until 2030 at the earliest, and the reason for that is, well, Toyota didn't say, but I think we can all work out why. Now, this was meant to be a case of when, not if, Toyota will sell hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicles to private buyers in Australia, but Toyota have kept putting it off. Originally, it was meant to be 2025 that hydrogen-powered vehicles would go on sale in Australia, but that has been pushed back by 5 years. In 2021, Toyota Australia was forecasting showroom sales of the Mirai fuel cell EV by as early as 2024. But, of course, things change, especially when it comes to hydrogen passenger cars. In fact, it could be more than 2030. Here's what was said. In reality, the Mirai is probably a 2030 plus horizon, to be quite honest, said Toyota's head of sales and marketing. Speaking at the recent launch of the hydrogen-powered HiAce van in Australia, which is in a pilot program of sorts, and in fact uses a hydrogen-fueled internal combustion engine, Hanley said the Mirai would eventually become available to purchase in Australia. So, hey, even if you're disappointed about this, don't worry, wait another 6 or 60 years and you'll be able to buy one if you're still around by then. Now, really, one of the key reasons that hydrogen-powered vehicles just haven't worked because so-called state-of-the-art renewable hydrogen refueling stations, which have been launched recently in Australia, while at least one has, don't really work. I mean, yeah, they work, but no, they don't work. I mean, technically, put it this way, you can't just drive up, said the CSIRO. A new hydrogen refueling station has been launched in Victoria. It will be used by, people who have hydrogen cars from other countries, maybe? Anyway, the CSIRO had this to say about their very expensive hydrogen station. This is innovative. It's inventive. It's inspired technology that builds the sovereign capabilities Australia needs to transition to net zero. The sovereign capabilities. Sounds like sovereign citizens to me, but anyway. The technology is an exciting piece in the puzzle in Australia's renewable energy future and will deliver long-term community and environmental benefits, boost the economy and create new jobs and opportunities. Now, I'm not too sure about all of that because, well, there's one big problem. You might be thinking to yourself, well, hey, you never know. Maybe we will have long-range hydrogen trucks and they'll want to pull up to Monash University and refuel with this hydrogen-powered fuel station. Maybe, but actually, no, it's not possible. Why? Well, because this hydrogen-powered station can only refuel 10 cars. That's right, 10 cars can be refueled, then it needs to be refueled by a hydrogen tanker. This is a big problem for hydrogen fueling stations worldwide. Historically, they don't have enough storage. Even the biggest ones only have enough storage for 50 cars. How many trucks would that refuel? Maybe 10 if you're lucky. So you have 10 trucks come to refuel and that's it until the next hydrogen tanker comes in and refuels the station. It just doesn't seem to work, and I don't think people have considered this when they say that hydrogen is the future. Of course, yes, you could have pipes and some way of piping in the hydrogen, but for most locations that's just not feasible. It has to be brought in via a truck. Now the thing is, you might be thinking, well, just build it bigger. But if you build it bigger, it costs more money. Just to build this one hydrogen refueling station for 10 passenger cars, it cost $2.5 million. So if you want one, say, 10 times the size? What's that going to cost you? 25 million? Maybe? I don't know, maybe you get a little discount for going big. Maybe it's going to cost you 20 million. But $20 million to refuel 50 cars, that is just insane. In my opinion, hydrogen is certainly not the answer. Not for passenger cars and not for trucks. But it most certainly is the answer for something else. So that's why I'll be talking about hydrogen on the channel more in the future, because it is needed and it is very useful, just not for moving people around. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.